just about set to go now. And on the mound now, Logan Gilbert. What do we have on him?
And if this guy isn't already tall enough, he's standing on top of a mound, throwing down at hitters. His stuff can sneak up on you because of the extension he gets and having a deep release point. If batters can attack pitches up in the zone, this lineup will have a chance to do some damage.
For the
and
Dodgers,
at the plate for the Dodgers, Mookie Betts. Up and in, and this one is off and running.
No strike.
That one finds the zone, and it's 1-1.
Betts is definitely one of those guys that excels at everything he does, Boog. In terms of baseball, he can do it all. He's won World Series, batting titles, Gold Gloves, and everything else you can think of.
Gets it to first, and an easy out to start the game. Time now for Dave Roberts' lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers. And with their ace on the mound today, they're just looking to provide him a little bit of run support, and they'll see what they can do for him.
Boog, you have to be really careful when you've got a guy like this on the mound for you to not become a spectator. You know that he doesn't give up a whole lot, but sometimes guys get a little too comfortable and don't have an urgency to score runs. You have to make sure you put him in a situation where he can get the W, but also you guys can cruise to the finish line and not have to worry about a comeback in the end. I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And a foul ball. And now the count is even.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Got him. Rusty Valentine rings him up.
Batting third, the first
2 outs, base is empty. Here comes the 2024 World Series MVP to the plate. Freddie Freeman was good all postseason, but man, the World Series was something else.
Yeah, probably the easiest MVP choice of any World Series, which is especially impressive with the amount of superstars on the Dodgers. Freeman tied a World Series record with 12 RBIs, and we'll never forget that walk-off grand slam in Game 1.
Late swing, foul to the left. Two outs. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And misses inside. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. And that keeps the inning going.
Batting fourth, the left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Hernandez, an all-star a season ago, 32 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Freeman, the runner at first with 2 gone. And a pitch. Out towards right center field. He makes the grab, and that is that. One left for LA. So now the Mariners offense gets to go to work for the first time. We've got no score. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back in Seattle and towing the slab, Shohei Ohtani. What do you have on him, Chris?
It's got that splitter, and it's a pitch that swings and misses, come fast, and they come often. Very difficult to pick up out of his hand.
Bottom of the first. Here's the veteran outfielder, Victor Robles. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. That's the sweeper. Up the middle and a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
And now it's Julio Rodriguez. There's a strike.
No ball. One strike.
And a swing and a miss.
0-2.
Good job to fight that one off. Got him. One gone, bottom half of the first.
No, that's not the best two-strike fastball I've seen, but it certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
Man at first, one away. Next offering is in for a strike.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
That misses the zone, and it's 2-1. Late that time, and it's strike two.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
And that skips into dirt.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position. Well, interesting, he's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Randy Arozarena in the box now. No balls and a strike. Pickoff move to first. Robles dives back in. The sweeper catches the low part of the zone for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First two pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Headed towards the corner. Makes a nice running catch. That is the inning. End of one, and we're still scoreless. Back at T-Mobile Park, top of the second. Here's the catcher, Will Smith. And takes low for ball one. And that one fouled off. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Just off the inside corner. 2-2.
Well, as a pitcher, when you make a big pitch down around the knees and don't get the call, it'll eat at you out there. So some handle it a little bit better than others. And right here, clearly letting the ump hear it a little bit.
Next one is off the plate. And it's a full count. Now fly ball to right center. Robles sizes this one up, and it's caught for the out.
Batting sixth, the third baseman.
Muncy digs in.
Max Muncy.
Fastball for a strike. 1 out, base is empty. Rusty Valentine doing the umpiring behind the dish for us. Maybe the best name in the league.
Yeah, that's a solid one, no doubt. I mean, who's better to ask than you? I kind of wonder if Rusty is his actual name or just a nickname.
Yeah, no clue. Right down to shoot. 1-2.
Anyways, Rusty's got a good zone, very good on the corners of the plate, but he'll give pitchers a little bit above the letters and below the knees if they're earning it.
2-2. Full count.
No score here in the second. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. A Rosarena sizing this one up. They got it for out number 2.
Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 22.
2 down, base is empty. Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Not giving him a pitch to hit there isn't a bad thing. He's dealing with a great first pitch hitter up there.
Pitch misses there, and a count now 2-0. 2 out, space is empty. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Next offering is fouled back. That misses the zone, and now it's 3-2.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Hard hit to third. Polanco tosses to first. And that is the inning. Nothing doing here this half. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the first baseman, Luke Raley.
Luke Raley.
Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper. That
Two
one
ball,
way
no
outside, and the count is 2-0.
Not showing great command so far in this at bat. 2-0 count. He's got to execute here or this could get ugly.
Good hitters count the 2-0. Laser could be trouble. Now he'll turn for second. And he's into scoring position with a leadoff double. Maybe a chance for our first run here.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Now batting Mitch Haniger. First offering misses badly for ball one. Raley at second with nobody out. And there's a ball.
Not really attacking on the mound in this at bat. All breaking balls. So that makes me think they're not really wanting to challenge him here.
On the ground, right side. And foul ball. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. That K is his third of the game.
Toughest pitch to hit. Fastball on the
That is
outer black.
the shortstop.
Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
Crawford.
And stepping in for the Mariners, J.P. Crawford. And that misses. And that is ball one. The shortstop takes the ball. One out, the runner at second, bottom half of inning number 2. Check on the runner, and he dives back in safely. Swing and a foul out of play. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. One out and a runner at second. That one the other way. Betts tosses across the first. That's out number 2.
Batting 8, the third baseman, Jorge.
The batter now, Jorge Polanco. There's a strike.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
Next offering is fouled back. And 1 and 2. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. So a leadoff double, but they can't cash it in. We pulled 2 full. We're tied 0-0. And we're back.
Leading
The
off
batter
for
will be
Los
Michael
Angeles, the
Conforto.
designated hitter, Michael Conforto.
Gilbert back to work. That one's in there, and that is strike 1. Hard hit, left field, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Batting ninth, the second baseman, number 6.
And now the rookie second baseman, Hesung Kim. And that finds the mark on the outside corner. It's 0-1. And a big swing and a miss.
Sometimes being lucky is a swing and miss. If he makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Some high cheese for strike 3.
Came after him with the fastball on 0-2, and that's a pretty good demonstration of what power pitching is all about. He's got the stuff, obviously, and right there he used it to put his opponent away without needing to waste any pitches.
So the lineup flips over. Here's Betts. Grounded out his first time up. The shortstop takes the ball.
Betts can claim something not many players can. He's won the World Series playing in the National League and the American League.
Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Runner takes off. The 1-1 is fouled off. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
The center fielder.
Yeah, here comes Tommy Edman. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball 1. Outside corner, there's a strike. Conforto off of first with 2 away. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And it's 2-1. That one just misses.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Freddie Freeman in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Stays alive. Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
First and second, 2 outs. So now it's Freddie Freeman. 1 for 1 with a single so far. In there, and it's 0-1.
No ball. 1 strike.
And fouled off. And ball 1.
That's a really good take.
Got him! He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Back in Seattle,
Leading
ready to
up
go
for
for the
the
last
Mariners,
half of the inning.
the
Here's
second
Dylan
baseman,
Moore.
Moore.
Swing and a miss.
0-1.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here.
The
Pretty
right fielder,
simple in
number
terms
10,
of putting them away at the plate.
Victor
Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
And now it's Victor Robles up to hit. 1 for 1. He led off the bottom of the first with a single. Outside. Ball 1. One down, base is empty. Still tied at 0. Last of the 3rd. And that is cut on and missed. Now he's in a 1-2 hole.
2 strike.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Rodriguez batting for the 2nd time, and that's strike 1. Slashes this one, and it could be trouble. Around first and hustling for 2nd. And that's a double.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
So runner at 2nd, 2 down. And now for Seattle, Cal Raleigh. Right through there for a strike.
Well, they're looking to get on the board first here after that clutch 2-out double made this inning interesting.
2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Outside low, and the count even 1-1. Now one missed. cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. So one hit is all they get. 3 innings complete, no score. As we go to the top of the 4th. And now Teoscar Hernandez. Just off the outside edge. And that's ball 1. Just missed.
He hasn't wanted a challenge in both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
Just missed. It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
Definitely lost the handle during that sequence. 4 pitches for the walk, and that last one didn't even threaten the zone. Catcher might want to go talk to him.
Go ahead run on base, and here's the catcher, Will Smith. Flied to right his first time. This is again 5 in a row. Throw to first. Hernandez dives back in safely. On the ground to third. Polanco jumps, throws, and they get the out.
The third baseman, number 13, Max Muncy.
My goodness, Chris, he had to generate a ton of power in that jump throw for the out. Let's take another look and dive into the numbers from StatCast.
Man, that's an impressive throw right there. In the air, all the way from third base. You've got to have a powerful arm to play third base, but he just showed he's got more than enough. He's got to can it.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here comes Max Muncy. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Next offering is fouled back. And now 2-2.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
And that one hit to first, and he handles it himself for the out.
The right fielder, number 44, Andy Pajes.
And next for L.A., Andy Pajes. That catches the corner.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
Breaking ball misses down and away. 2 outs and a runner at third. Top half of inning number 4. High fly ball out towards left field. That's back there. Gone. A gigantic blast. And they jump ahead in the 4th. It's 2-0.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. Hitters today are looking to pull the ball and get it in the air. Even on a breaking ball away, does a nice job of staying square to the plate, allowing his arms to get extended and get good wood to it.
So 2 down, and now here's the Dodgers designated hitter, Michael Conforto. And that one is in for a strike. Conforto, 32 years old, and he's usually in the outfield. Today, he's the DH. And that is out of play.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And that one just missed off the outside edge. In the air, left field, down the line. Rosarena settles under it and makes the catch. And that is that. 2-run shot for the Dodgers this inning. And it's 2-zip Dodgers. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back at T-Mobile Park, bottom 4. So now it's the Mariner cleanup hitter, Randy Rosarena.
Rosarena.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, these Mariners, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
And a fastball misses outside for a ball. 2-1. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information. But the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating. That's really good pitching right there. And it's a good job of the pitcher and the catcher working together.
Raley takes a ball as he stands in for the second time.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Fought off foul. Ripped, but it curls foul. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Whiff number 9 for him in this game. 9.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But
Freeman takes it himself, and the Mariners set down 1-2-3. Offense held in check there. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Mariners nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top 5, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Hae-Sung Kim. And he pumps it a strike.
Here's something cool, Boog. When they finished building T-Mobile Park back in 1999, they actually opened it up in the middle of the season. I remember as a rookie with the Chicago White Sox, we opened the season at the Kingdome, and then when we came back later in the year, we were playing at T-Mobile Park. It's a beautiful place, great scenery from center field, and I always enjoyed playing here.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Up next to the Dodgers.
Back to the top of the Dodgers order.
Betts.
Mookie Betts, the next to hit. 0 for 2 in this one. And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. And a curve misses outside. 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. And there's a ball.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you get a broken back as you jog back to the dugout.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. 2 outs, base is empty. Tommy Edman at the plate. He's 0 for 1. And that's downstairs. And it's 1-0. Just missed.
Ball 3.
Freddie Freeman up next for the Dodgers. Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. Pitch is in for a strike, and it's 3-1.
With 2 out and nobody on, you want to go right after this guy. He's the number 2 hitter, which means if he gets on, you've got some thunder coming up behind him.
Check swing, and he went 3-2 down. 2 down, nobody on. Struck him out looking, and he strikes out the side in the 5th.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now it's the shortstop, J.P. Crawford.
J.P.
Well, these fans definitely want to get involved in the game. All it's going to take is to get the leadoff man or even a base runner on.
That one fouled off.
Well, these Mariners just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Slap the other way, foul. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. And it beats him for the first out after the drop 3rd strike.
Pretty electric stuff showing up on the mound right now. I mean, into double-digit strikeouts. He should be able to rack up some more before he's done in this one. And you know, not many of these hitters have had much of an answer for what he's offering out there.
So digging in, Jorge Polanco. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Swings through that.
No ball. 1 strike.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
on the corner for a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The Mariners down by a pair. Last half of inning number 5. And a foul ball. He stays alive. That one off the mark. Going to count 1-2. One down, base is empty. See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today. Here's the second baseman, Dylan Moore. Struck out swinging his first time.
Moore.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. And that's a foul ball. That's off the inside corner, and it's 1-1.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
2 outs. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Two and two.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And he strikes out the side in the 5th. Mariners are down in order. They trail things here 2-0. So out of the bullpen for the Mariners, Edward Bizzardo.
Just trying to keep this one close here,
Now
and this is where a
pitching for the
bullpen can
Mariners,
give their players a chance to
number
fight back into the
83,
game.
Edward Bizzardo.
And here's Freddie Freeman. 1
Leading
for
off from
2.
Los Angeles, the first baseman, number 5, Freddie Freeman.
And a first offering a fastball for a strike. Activity in the bullpen. Gabe Spire up and throwing. Thornton also throwing. The other way, and foul ball. Strike 3, got him with the backdoor breaking ball.
Well, this is no secret. That slider is going to be his go-to pitch. Everyone in the ballpark knows it. It's a massive part of his arsenal, and he'll throw it a lot and in pretty much any count, any situation, and he's going to look to punch guys out as well. I tell you what, the effectiveness of that slider is always a big key for him.
And now here is Teoscar Hernandez. Swings and misses. And the count is 0-2.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. And they'll do it again. One down, base is empty. Outside low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
On the ground, right side, and that one handled. On the run, throw to first. On the money, nice play. Nothing across here this half. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Mariners nothing. And we're back. Bottom of the 6th. Here's Victor Robles. Ohtani back to work. And that is in for a strike. 0-1. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Blake Trinan looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Scott, a left-hander, also throwing. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And ball 1. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Line drive. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Now batting, the center fielder, Julio.
Here's the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. The Mariners knew what they had. Signed him in July of 2017 for a little under $2 million when Rodriguez was just 16 years old out of the Dominican Republic. Fast forward to 2022, for Julio Rodriguez to win the Rookie of the Year, the Seattle Mariners were then compensated with the 29th overall pick in the first round of the draft in 2023. Part of the new CBA, enticing teams to promote their good young players. And that's in the dirt.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
Catcher,
and the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Cal Raleigh up next for the Mariners. That one inside, and that is ball 1. Two down, nobody on. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And that one ripped to left. Fair ball. Around first, heading for 2. He's there. It's a 2-out double.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
Now it's Randy Arozarena. And that one fouled off. Left field, Hernandez. And that ends the inning. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Mariners nothing.
Now pitching for the
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher
Number
on the mound.
55.
Gabe Spire.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Here's Muncy
Leading
to
off
hit.
for Los Angeles, the third baseman, number 13, Max Muncy.
Fouled off. He was late. Next offering is in for a strike. And that's down and away. Got him looking. That was pretty nasty.
Now batting, right fielder, Andy.
And the batter now, Andy Pajes. His homer earlier is responsible for the only runs they've scored in this one.
Yeah, forget small ball. They're kind of living and dying by the long ball so far in this one.
And there's a foul ball. Spire, in his 4th year, he features a 4-seam fastball, a sinker, a slider, and he works in a changeup. That's in there. No balls, 2 strikes. That one missed. And that's off the inside edge. Now 2-2. He goes down looking.
Now batting.
2 down, base is empty. And here is Michael Conforto. He has singled and he has flied to left. Foul ball there. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Pulls it in on the run. And that is that.
Now pitching for
We're back
Los
in a new
Angeles.
pitcher here to start the bottom of the
Number
7th.
66.
Tanner Scott.
Well, the best
Tanner
relievers love the opportunity
Scott.
to come in and protect a tight lead
Leading up
late
for
in the
the
ball game.
Mariners,
Some
the
of them
first
are just
baseman,
wired
Luke
different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Riley.
Swing and a chopper out to short. Betts whips it to first. And one away in the bottom of the 7th.
Up
No,
next,
we talk
the
about how
Mariners.
the ball is coming
The
out of the
designated
pitcher's
hitter,
hand.
Mitch
The way it comes out of his
Haniger.
hand as an infielder. Wow, really impressive.
Mitch Haniger up next for the Mariners. inside.
Inside.
And that's ball one. Gets the outside corner with that one.
Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least one run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
One down, base is empty. Cut on and lifted in the air. Hernandez ranging after it. Makes the catch for the out. 2 away.
Just
The
pulled
batter,
off of it a
number
little
3,
bit right there. That
shortstop,
front shoulder
JP
coming open instead of staying closed.
Crawford.
If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Crawford, the next to hit, takes outside. The M's trailing by 2 here at the bottom of the 7th. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Two outs. That pitch gets the corner. That is strike 2. The shortstop takes the ball. The next pitch misses. 3-2 now. Jorge Polanco waiting in the on-deck circle.
They can get him up. He'd represent the tying run, so critical pitch right here.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Pages makes the catch, inning over.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Mariners,
back, and a new arm on the mound to start
Number
the 8th.
46.
Trent Thornton.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And at the plate for the Dodgers, Hesung
the
Kim,
baseman,
who's
number
0 for 2 with a
6.
pair of strikeouts. Ball 1 there. Next offering is in for a strike. That's down and in. A slider missed.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Swing and a ground ball. Moore on to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Up next for the Dodgers, the shortstop, Mookie Betts.
Here's Mookie Betts at the plate now. He's one of the few players in baseball history to win the MVP and World Series in the same season.
Yeah, that 2018 Red Sox season was special.
And so was 2024 for Mookie and the Dodgers. Just like that Boston team, LA won the World Series with the MVP in their roster. Instead of Mookie, though, it was Shohei who claimed the double. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Robles makes the grab for the 2nd out.
The center fielder, number 25, Tommy
2 outs,
Edman.
base is empty. Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. And first offering is fouled off. Two outs. That's a strike. 0-2 now. That one missing inside. Two down, nobody on. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here, but they're on top 2-0. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Lake Trinan.
These are the spots
now
relievers really
Dodgers.
make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Leading up for the
Now the
Mariners,
third baseman,
the third
Jorge
baseman,
Polanco.
Jorge Polanco.
That one finds the zone, and that's strike one. The Dodgers bullpen with some action. Kirby Yates looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Vesia getting cranked up as well.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Next offering upstairs. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And a 1-2 again. Just off the outside part of the plate. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to
Now
it.
back,
And I'm
second
sure he'd love
baseman,
another swing at it
Gilbert.
because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But, you know, it happens.
Moore batting with one down, takes a strike. The Mariners down by a pair near the bottom half of the 8th inning. Just missed.
1 ball, 2 strike.
This one popped up. Betts settles underneath it. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
The right fielder, number 10, Victor Robles.
So 2 down now, and here is Victor Robles. 1 for 3. That one not close. Ball 1. Swing and a ground ball towards first, but foul. Right through there for a strike.
Looking very settled on the mound here in the 8th. One more out, and they'll probably hand it off to their closer for the 9th with at least a 2-run lead.
That hits the dirt, and the count now even up. In the air, right field, Pajes on the move, drops into the glove, and that'll do it. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left through 8 full. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Mariners nothing. Back in Seattle, all set for the start of the inning. And here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Thornton back to work. And a foul ball. The 0-1. Movement in the bullpen. Troy Taylor appears to be getting loose. Vargas also getting ready. Went with the sweeper, but it misses. Ground ball left side, and that's just foul. And a 1-2. That one inside. Look out.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than to have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Not close with that one. Full count now. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And a base hit up the middle. So he battled through a long at bat and earned himself a hit.
Now batting, left fielder Teoscar Hernandez.
And up next for Los Angeles, Teoscar Hernandez. First offering, runner goes. Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. Robles makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Now batting, catcher Will Smith.
The batter now will be Will Smith. 0 for 3 in this one. Outside low, and that's ball 1. Up the middle, and there's a hit. And now 2 aboard.
Didn't exactly square that one up, but sometimes you don't have to. Could have let that pitch get a little deeper into the zone and tried to go the other way with it. Got it off the end a little bit, but found a hole up the middle.
First and second, 1 out. Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. 0 for 3, a fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. And a slider misses down and away. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. That one drifts inside.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Runners at first and second with 1 gone here at the top of the 9th. Next offering is down low.
Well, knowing that this hitter's got holes in his swing, because he's got so much power, pitcher still can get a little too tight, afraid to make a mistake.
The 3-1. Hit in the air left field. Arozarena makes the catch. Out number 2.
The right fielder, number 44, Andy Pajes.
Now it's the right fielder, Andy Pajes. He's already homered here in this one. There's a strike. Freeman on second. Smith at first. 2 out of the inning. That one outside. And now it's even 1-1. And that drops in for a strike.
That big curve inside's a pitch that can buckle you a little bit. Looks like a fastball out of hand and then just drops over that inside part of the plate.
And a swing and a miss. And that'll do it. So they strand a pair. 2-3-4 set to hit in the bottom of the ninth. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Mariners nothing. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Kirby Yates.
Now pitching
I think
for
closer
Los
has to be
Angeles.
one of the toughest jobs in
Number
baseball.
38.
And we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Fouled off down the right side. That one misses, and the count is 1-1. That's in there. The 1-2. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Ball two.
Popped up first base side. Freeman settles under this one. Hauls it in for the out.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really
Up
good
next
coming in,
for the
but so
Mariners,
hard to get on top
the
of as a
catcher,
hitter.
Cal.
He's 2 outs away.
Raleigh.
Cal Raleigh digs in now. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
Really good athlete, and many times we talk about the feet of infielders. This catcher as well, really quick feet. He's able to recognize the pitch, see the trajectory, and get into a spot where he can block those balls and keep them from going to the backstop. Really impressive with the way he frames, the way that he sets it up, because sometimes those pitches are off the plate, but because he sets up and presents it so well, he steals strikes for his pitcher.
2-2.
And as well, lots of pop in that bat. So you combine the slug with really good defense. The Dodgers leading by 2. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Just misses the mark outside the zone. One down, base is empty. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Grinding AB right here, about to see pitch number 10. Stays alive.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Down to the last out for the Mariners.
Just beautiful
Now
placement of the
batting, the
splitter
left
right
fielder,
there. Exactly
Randy.
where you want it with 2 strikes to get that swing and miss. And he's worked very hard to be able to command that pitch. It's a tough pitch to get a grip on, but he's one of the best at throwing it where he wants to.
Rosarena in the box with 2 gone,
No ball.
and takes a
1
look at a
strike.
called strike. They're down to their final strike.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Yates is just 1 strike away. That misses the zone. Now 1-2. Right side, and this should do it. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game.
Well, a low-scoring ball game in this one. 2-0 game, few errors, pretty clean. That's kind of what you want to see in terms of defense and pitching. A couple of runs was all it took to get the W today.
2-0 your final here in this one. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.